You're going to stay with me, aren't you, eh? It's going to be just us. Just the two of us. Yes? You like that, won't you? No, 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 don't cry, my lovely. It's going to be all right. Never mind, you mustn't cry. You mustn't cry. I'll make it all right, I promise. You'll be safe with me. Don't cry. No, we're together. We're together, that's all that matters.
You're still brooding about it.
It's difficult not to.
Well, ring him up. It's no good us going over it 50 times. Ring him up and get it straight. Do it now.
I don't want to speak to him. I've no idea he could be so vindictive. He must really hate me and the boys. But just think what he's doing to them. How could he want us all to be homeless?
Oh, come on. It's not that bad.
Well, that's what he's doing. Trying to push us all out onto the street.
You're being very dramatic.
It's all right for you. You're not being thrown out of your home.
He won't do it. He can't. He's only bluffing. It's just the kind of spiteful thing he would do now that he's mad at you.
House is in his name.
Oh, boy, that's pretty old-fashioned.
I know I'm not liberated. Don't lecture me, please. It's a bit late now.
Right. Go ahead. Ring him up. Get it straight.
I mean, grovel.
Hell no. All you have to do is pick up
I don't want to talk about it. I've got a headache. Would you like some tea?
Geez, at that time already. I better get even.
Oh, she's been very good. Can't we leave her a bit longer?
No, it's okay. I'll fetch her.
Put the kettle on.
Cassandra? Cassandra! Cassandra! Eve's been stolen.
What?
She's not in her pram.
You sure?
What are you doing?
Who are you phoning?
The police, of course.
Not yet. We must think.
What do you mean, think? She's not there.
I know. Just give me a second.
Cassandra, she's missing. My child is missing. We've got to do something.
I know, but just give me a moment.
She's disappeared.
Yes, I know, but she can't.
We gotta ring the police.
Not yet. It might be wrong. I don't know. It feels wrong. There's something odd.
Come on. Hey, it's 999. What are you doing?
I'm ringing Peter.
You're crazy. What for?
He'll know what to do.
Cassandra, anybody knows what to do. I just told you. Ring the police.
I know. I must talk to him first. It's engaged. No, please. Let me try again. It seems wrong to tell them without telling him first.
Look, we're wasting time.
Just let me try once more.
If anything happens to her, I'll never forgive you for this.
It's ringing. Peter, something dreadful's happened. Eve's disappeared. Shall we phone the police? Oh, Peter, please answer me. What shall we do? Do you know anything about it? Didn't speak.
Right, typical.
I think she's there.
What?
I think I heard her.
You sure?
No, but I think so. You know that noise she makes just before she cries?
Let's go.
I may be wrong.
If he's taking her, I'll kill him.
I can't stay long.
I'm so glad to see you.
You sounded very excited on the phone. What's going on? No.
Come and see.
You've got the babies.
Yes.
But why?
And I couldn't leave her with them. They're not fit.
But what happened? You were going to talk to your wife. You said you were going to be reasonable.
Well, they were together. I don't want to discuss it.
Peter, please tell me, how did you get her? Did they agree? Did you have a scene?
They didn't see me.
What? You don't mean you just took her?
Why not? Isn't she lovely?
Yes. Oh, I do wish you hadn't done it.
She was in the garden.
And you took her just like that?
Well, you'll help me, won't you? We can look after her together.
No, I can't stay, I told you. How long have you had her?
They didn't even notice.
When did you do it?
I don't know. I don't remember. Earlier on.
They must be frantic.
She's so beautiful.
Peter, this is serious.
But listen, I can't... You must help me. I can't manage alone.
But you can't keep her.
But why not? She belongs with me. She's mine.
Look, you must tell them she's here. They'll be out of their minds with worry.
Will you stay with her while I go shopping? I've got to look after her properly. She needs all kinds of things.
No, I think we should telephone your wife.
I don't want to speak to her.
Then let me ring her. I don't mind.
No.
Look, you've got to tell her you've got the baby.
Why?
Because she'll go to the police, that's why. Maybe you don't care about her feelings anymore, but do you really want that to happen? Maybe that's them. What are we going to do?
We must hide her.
No, be sensible. You can't get away with it. I'm going to let them in. Peter, do you hear?
Is Mr. Manson in?
Yes.
Can I see him, please?
You'd better come in, I suppose. Someone to see you.
Hello, Vicky.
Hello, I'm sorry if I'm barging in.
Oh, not a bit. Sarah, this is Vicky Lewis, Gavin's friend. Vicky, this is Sarah Roberts.
Hello.
Well, you really started something, didn't you?
I'm sorry, I wanted to talk to you, but I won't stay now you've got a friend here. Can I come back another time?
No, don't run off on my account. I'm just going.
Please, don't go, Sarah, not yet.
I told you I can't stay. I've got an appointment. I would have liked to discuss it with you, but there isn't time now.
Steve!
Yes.
How did you get her?
He kidnapped her, of course.
Really? Don't they know?
Oh, well, they rang up when they finally noticed.
What, you didn't tell me that?
What did they say?
They said she disappeared.
What did you say?
I didn't say anything.
Lovely, so someone's bound to come round. If it isn't the police, it'll be your wife.
Oh dear, she does cry a lot, doesn't she?
Look, she needs feeding and changing. But I haven't got anything for her. I didn't know. Sarah, can't you take her home with you?
No, of course I can't.
Just for a little while.
Don't you think I'm in enough trouble as it is?
I could take her to my mother if you like.
Would you? Would you, then?
Oh, you're both mad. I'm going.
She's very upset. Do you think she'll ring your wife?
Possibly. There, my lovely. Don't. Hush, hush. Oh. It's all going to be all right. And not to worry. We'll soon have you comfortable. I should be all right with you. She's used to you.
Well, I'm not very good with that, but I'll do my best.
Your mother will know what to do.
Yes.
Where does she live?
Edgware.
You need money for the taxi.
Oh, no. Really?
Yes, she must.
Been using this method ever since you came off the pill, have you?
Yes, the doctor in Frankfurt said it was the next safest method.
Well, so it is usually. You've been very unlucky.
Kill him, I really could. If only he'd let me stay on the pill. I'd risk anything. I don't care what side effects I might get. Anything would be better than this.
Yes, well, I'm afraid there's no doubt you're pregnant. About 7 weeks. You'll feel better when you've had time to get used to the idea.
I can't go through with it.
Why not?
Because I don't know who the father is, my husband or my lover. I can't have a baby like that. It's impossible.
Why is it impossible?
It's so unfair. It's cruel. I can't do it to him.
Who?
My husband, of course. He's been so good to me. I can't hurt him like this. He was shattered when I told him. He said I should get rid of it. Then he walked out. I don't think he's coming back. He made awful jokes about blood tests.
Blood tests might not prove anything, except who wasn't the father. Anyway, your husband and your lover might even be the same group.
Yes, I know all that.
Well, you told me how your husband reacted. What about your, lover?
He just sees me and the baby as a way out because his life's such a mess.
Wants you to have it?
Yes, but I can't.
Not even if you're sure it was his?
No, I couldn't rely on him the state he's in. Anyway, it's not that serious an affair.
You're telling me how you feel about him, not about having his child.
It's the same thing to me. There's not enough love. He's more like... Well, he's a lot older than me. And it wasn't that kind of relationship, not to have a child.
You definitely don't want his child?
No, it's too late. Maybe last year. It was different then. This has happened just when I was feeling the affair is nearly over. You see, last year it was all unfinished. And then I got married.
How would it be if you were sure it was your husband's child?
Oh, I'd have it.
Willingly?
No, I just have to. He wants children so much.
And you don't?
I'm not sure. I'm really muddled up about it. I always thought one day, eventually, I'd have them. Only much later on. That's why I was always so careful. I wanted time to think.
Was it a shock when you missed your period?
It's the worst nightmare of my life. After being on the pill for 7 years, I was so used to being safe, I couldn't believe it. First, I tried to pretend it was just my system getting back to normal. I tried very hard to believe that.
What else did you feel?
Along with the panic and horror, a crazy feeling of, aren't I clever, and what would it be like if?
What would it be like?
Ghastly, not me at all. I'd be alone with the baby, that's the fact. No job, no husband, no money. Having fantasies about radiant motherhood just isn't realistic. It's straight out of an advert.
Well, would it make a difference if you had plenty of help and support?
What kind of help and support?
Well, talking about your feelings.
You mean to you?
Well, yes, you could come here.
It's very nice, thank you, but it wouldn't pay for rent and food and clothes, would it?
No.
Anyway, suppose I didn't like it when it was born because of not being sure about the father.
Well, that might not matter once it was actually here.
No, maybe not, but what a risk.
Yes, it is a risk, but it might be worth taking.
Look, do you want me to say I'm going to kill myself? I won't say that. I'll just find another doctor. I'll lie if I have to. I'm sorry I told you the truth. It doesn't work.
Look, I'm not trying to be hard on you, but we don't have abortion on demand. To recommend a termination, I've got to be satisfied that your mental health would be more damaged by having the baby than by not having it. It's my job to help you come to the right decision. That's why I've been trying to make you look at the alternatives.
I don't see any. It's all fantasy. I just want to save my marriage. I didn't realize how much till this happened. If I have an abortion, my husband may come back. We may have a second chance. Why ruin all that?
Does it feel like a baby now?
No, but it would by the time it was adopted.
Well, how does it feel now?
If you want the truth, it feels like a monster with two heads. It seems to belong to both of them. It's just like the muddle I'm in. It really sums it up. No, it's worse. It's going to make the muddle go on forever. It's pointless. It's like being taken over by both of them, and they're so possessive already. I can't bear it.
Kevin, what if she's not here?
She's got to be here.
It's like that dream when I had to tell Prue.
What do you want?
Where is she?
I don't know what you mean.
Peter, no matter what we've done, don't punish us like this.
I suppose you can't stop him behaving like this.
He's desperate, can't you see?
Okay, give me back my daughter.
I might say that to you.
Oh, don't, please, don't. Don't start that all over again. Peter, you have got her, haven't you?
No.
He's lying.
But I heard her. When I rang you, I heard her crying.
Then you're very imaginative. Have you rung the police?
No. I rang you first, then I heard her and I knew she was here. It's just like that day in the garden.
Then you've made a mistake, haven't you?
She's not here.
You see? Hadn't you better ring the police? Would you like me to do it for you?
He's bluffing. He's hidden her somewhere. When I get her back, I'll make sure you never set eyes on her again.
Well, you've both been very careless, haven't you? Anything might have happened to her by now.
Don't!
I thought you'd look after her better than this. I suppose you had other things to do.
Let's get out of here. We'll be back. What now, police?
Whatever you say, I'm sorry I wasted so much time.
No, you were right. He's got her. Oh, he knows where she is.
You really think so?
Yeah, don't you?
Yes, but I thought it was just wishful thinking.
No. Now that I've seen him, I'm sure. I wasn't before. I just went along with your premonition, but it's true. He's not worried enough.
That's true. When you think of the fuss he made over her. He ought to be frantic.
And instead, he's almost pleased. He's getting his own back.
He wouldn't harm her, so she must be safe.
Right, but where?
None of our friends would help. They'd ring me.
You've been out.
I wouldn't dare risk it. Must be someone at the office. Rupert wouldn't touch a baby. Monica. It must be Monica. I don't know where she lives. I don't know her married name.
Someone at the office will know.
Yes? Better hurry.
Hey, would he trust Monica not to ring you?
I don't know. Probably. She's very loyal.
There's someone else he could trust.
Who?
Someone he knows wouldn't dare ring you. I'm sorry, Cassandra, I didn't want to tell you this, but once at Prue's grave, I met this girl with flowers from him. She said her name was Sarah. I pretended I was a long-lost cousin from the States. The girl on the switchboard is really keen to help.
I should have remembered. Peter told me she was married.
Ah, you weren't listening hard enough. There are loads of Roberts in the book, but only one Sir Arthur. They came back for the funeral. You know, there are pictures in the papers and all that. They're filthy rich. The girl on the switchboard is real impressed, not to say envious.
You're feeling better, aren't you? I mean, you're really sure she's there?
No, but I'm sure they'll know where she is. It's obvious. I'm just sorry I had to tell you about her, that's all.
Doesn't matter. She's a ghost.
Makes him bawling us out look pretty sick, though, doesn't it?
Hold it open. There. I keep thinking about Prue. How angry she'd be.
Don't worry about Prue. He's done enough of that for all three of us. You should have seen that bedroom of his. Pictures of Prue plastered everywhere. I got the shock of my life.
Don't tell me anymore. I hate barging in like this.
There's no other way. Boy, I bet she's feeling guilty as hell.
Suppose she isn't here.
I'll know where she is. Oh, come on, come on!
Oh, please don't. You'll only make them cross.
Hello?
Can we see Mrs. Roberts?
Madame, not home.
Please, it's very important.
Madame, not here.
Have you seen a baby?
A baby?
We're looking for a baby, my granddaughter. This is my son-in-law. We're very worried. We think she may be here.
Madame, no baby. Too soon.
Have you seen her today?
Madame, out.
Oh, it's hopeless. She doesn't understand a word.
Goodbye.
Hey, wait!
Hey, hang on!
Please! I'll have to ring Monica. Please, can I come in? Just for a minute. It's very important. Just to make a telephone call.
Madame, not here.
I know. May I use the telephone? Can I leave a message?
No, madame, not possible.
Oh, please, it's very urgent.
Listen, my daughter has been kidnapped, and your bloody madam knows where she is.
Niente, not understand.
Don't. It won't do any good.
So what do we do now?
I don't know.
She's out there somewhere hiding her, I'm sure of it.
Wish I could be sure.
What do you mean?
Oh, Gavin, suppose we're wrong. Suppose Peter never took her.
No, it's got to be him. He wasn't worried, remember? Now hang on to that.
He didn't do it. I feel it's all my fault.
You're crazy. Look, okay, we've drawn a blank. Now, let's go home and telephone everybody. The police, your husband, Rupert, Monica, this wretched girl, everybody, even if it takes all night, okay?
You can have a local or general anaesthetic as you wish. If you have a local, you can go home the same day. Doesn't hurt. You might feel a bit uncomfortable.
What actually happens?
Well, a cannula's inserted and the contents of the uterus is sucked out. Takes about 10 minutes.
Yes, I see.
Look, no one does this without a great deal of thought. If you want to change your mind, that's fine. Do you want me to ring your husband?
I don't know where he is. How soon can I have it done?
Well, you're lucky. We're in quite a good area. Perhaps next week. Some places the consultants are a bit tricky. Look, I don't want to recommend you unless we're both sure this is the right thing for you.
I'm sure.
Well, I have to make an appointment with another doctor. Do you want me to do that now?
I mean, I have to go through all this again.
Well, you need 2 signatures. Yes, I'm afraid so.
It seems never-ending.
Well, it's a lot quicker and easier than it used to be.
Yes, I'm sure it is, only it never happened to me before.
Hanging on the wall, 10 green bottles hanging on the wall, and if 10 green bottles should accidentally fall, there'd be 1 green bottle hanging on the wall, 1 green bottle hanging on the wall.
Look! The one person I never thought of. She's had it all the time.
Don't jump to conclusions.
I ought to kill you for this. What have you done to
I
her?
thought you'd want her back. Aren't you pleased?
Don't be silly, Gavin. She must have taken her from Peter.
Yes. I said I was going to take her to my mother. He's going to be awfully cross. But I couldn't let you go on worrying.
We're very grateful, really. I can't tell you how grateful we are. Gavin.
Yeah, thanks.
Fitch is awfully wet and hungry and all that, but there wasn't anything I could do for her.
It's all right. We'll look after her now. You've been marvelous.
Well, I'll be off then.
Won't you come in for a drink or something?
No, I'd rather get home, honestly.
We really can't thank you enough.
That's all right. There wasn't anything else I could do, really. And I thought it might make up for... well, you know.
Yes, sure it does.
Aren't you going to say anything? Will you want me to? Don't be daft. I'm past caring. You can say what you like about her. Well?
I'm wondering why you're here.
There's nowhere else to go. I had to talk to somebody. You're the only one I can trust.
Could have stayed at home. Talk to Sarah. Don't you love her?
Yes. No. I don't know. What's the point of asking me that? It's all over.
Funny, I didn't think you'd give in so easily. After all you said about working at marriage. I believed all that stuff, you know. You were very convincing. Pity you didn't mean it.
You know I meant it.
Oh? So you throw in the towel at the very first setback?
My wife is having another man's child. I'd hardly call that a setback.
No, it's jolly bad luck.
Is that all you can say?
There's a lot more I could say, but you won't like it. First of all, it's probably your child anyway. Secondly, you've both got the choice. You've got to choose what to do about it. The one thing you don't have is the right to leave her alone when she needs you.
I don't owe her a thing.
Maybe not, but what's that got to do with it if you love her?
You don't understand. You're too young.
Because I don't agree. So you came all this way for a yes man?
No, of course not.
All right, your pride's hurt. Very painful. It's not really important, is it? Doesn't Sarah matter more than your pride? Doesn't your marriage matter? This time last year, you were desperate to marry Sarah. You knew she had other guys, but you didn't care. You told me it didn't matter. She's not behaving any differently now, is she?
I thought if we were married, she'd change.
I hope you told her that before the wedding. Otherwise, it makes a rather dishonest contract.
So you think I ought to go back to her?
I think you'd be a fool to stay away if you love her. What's the point of being all justified and self-righteous if you're bloody miserable and lonely? Well, she must be in a hell of a state. Supposing she did something silly. Well, aren't pregnant women meant to be a bit odd? She is all alone.
You all right? You sure?
Yes,
You look a bit pale.
I'm fine. Was it awful? No, not really. They were all very kind.
I never thought you'd go through with it. How do you feel now that it's all over?
Relieved.
Oh, well, that's all right then. So long as you're sure you've done the right thing. Oh, I'm sorry, love. Why don't I just keep my big mouth shut, right? Never mind. It's all for the best. He'll come back and you can have another one. You'll be able to do it properly next time. Cheer up. We'll soon be home. I'll make you a nice cup of tea and you can put your feet up. All right, then. A stiff drink.
No, you just drop me off and take the taxi home.
What? I'm not going to leave you alone in that house.
Rather, honestly.
I won't say another word. Promise. I'll just be there.
I'd rather be by myself. I just want to take a pill and go to bed.
You're not going to do anything silly.
Oh, of course not. Don't worry about me. I'm fine. You'd be marvelous.
You're bloody useless.
It's all the same. I just couldn't face going home alone, but you've got me through that. Now all I want to do is sleep.
I wanted to apologize. I'm sorry, I didn't dare come before. May I come in? I feel awfully guilty about last week, but I simply couldn't take her to my mother. Gavin was so worried. He'd never have forgiven me. You must see that. Are you very angry with me?
She's not here, you know. They've taken her away.
Yes, I know. Don't you remember? I took her with me. You gave me money for a taxi. I felt awful about that. Please, you must have it back. I took it under false pretenses. Please take it.
Well, she won't be coming back now. I waited and waited, but she's out. She's not coming.
Mr. Manson, are you all right?
They were jealous of her, you see. That's why they killed her.
Who are we talking about?
But she was so beautiful.
Yes. Mr. Manson, I don't think you're very well.
Well, that's why they hated her. She was so beautiful. It was envy. She was so beautiful they wanted to destroy her. And I tried to save her, but I couldn't.
Please don't drink anymore. You look awfully tired.
I couldn't save her. And she wouldn't listen to me.
That's right. You have a good rest.
I miss her so much.
I know.
Sarah? Are you all right? I just dropped in. I should have rung you first, I know, but I didn't have... Well, I wasn't sure you'd want to see me.
Jeff?
You aren't ill, are you?
No, just very tired.
I shouldn't have stayed away so long. I didn't know what to do. In the end, I went to Frankfurt. I had to talk to someone, so I talked to Freddie. I hope you don't mind.
No.
I thought he was just a kid, but he's got the right instincts. I want to say I'm sorry. Can you forgive me? I should never have gone off like that.
I'm so glad to see you.
Are you? That's wonderful.
How did you know? Did Barbara tell you?
No, what? I haven't seen her.
She said you'd come back, but I didn't believe her.
Look, I must talk to you. Are you properly awake?
Yes, I'm listening.
I think we can still work something out. Let's not do anything in a hurry. Let's just go on as if... Well, let's not decide what we're going to do until after you've had the baby. We may both feel different then. We may be quite sure it's mine, or, well, we may not even mind anymore. Let's wait until then and see how we feel.
That's very generous.
It's not. I don't want to lose you.
But there's no need. I've done what you said. It's all right now.
What do you mean?
I've had an abortion. Aren't you pleased?
You don't mean it. You can't.
But you said I should.
No.
You did. You told me to get rid of it.
Did I say that?
Yes, you did.
I didn't mean it.
How was I to know?
You should have known.
How could I?
Because no matter what, I couldn't. It's awful. How could you think I meant it?
I did it for you!
How could you do such a terrible thing?
I wanted to give us another chance.
It might have been... Why didn't you tell me?
You weren't here!
It's too horrible.
Jeff, come back! Don't leave me again! Jeff!
Is that all?
What do you mean?
His daughter's dead. His wife headed off with his son-in-law. You nicked his granddaughter. No wonder he's depressed and knocking back the scotch, but I don't see what I can do about it.
How can you be so callous?
I can't go bashing into a complete stranger's flat and say, my daughter thinks you're cracking up. Let me have a look at you, can I? And doctors aren't supposed to tout for patients. Besides, don't you think one member of our family interfering in his affairs is enough?
We're not a family anymore.
Yeah, you don't want to be a mood, are you?
It's true.
We're blood relatives, that's enough. We don't have to shed our blood under the same roof to qualify.
I want to know what to do.
As you hear, perhaps you could make the mayonnaise.
No, I couldn't. You're so fussy about it.
I taught you how to do it. You should get it right.
Who's it for?
Christine.
Oh, what happened to Anna?
Nothing happened to Anna. Her husband's in town this week or so.
Why do you always cook for them?
Because I enjoy cooking. They appreciate the novelty and it's cheaper than taking them out. Besides, a meal at home can be interrupted in all kinds of delightful ways, which are hardly possible in a restaurant, as no doubt you'll have noticed. I'm sorry. It still hurts, does it? You haven't made it up with him yet.
Tell me what to do about Mr. Manson.
Well, you could try leaving him alone for a change. The poor devil's probably exhausted with having his wife and mistress popping in and out all the time. He hardly needs you as well.
It's not like that. He's old enough to be my...
Quite.
Not everyone's like you.
Oh, you've noticed that already, have you? Go on, boys. Don't rush it.
If you want me to do it, leave me alone to get on with it. Please, Dad, tell me what I can do to help Mr. Manson.
If you absolutely must do something, then I should phone up rather than call round. It gives him more of a choice. He's probably very tired and might want to be left alone.
I hadn't thought of that.
No, because you hate being left alone. Now, he might like to know you're there if he gets lonely, but you could be overdoing it.
He was so depressed.
He's obviously ill, but you can't force help on somebody who doesn't want it.
If I can get him to agree, will you see him?
Well, if he asks, that's different, of course.
I'll try.
Well, don't try too hard, because you could make things worse and he won't talk to anyone. Besides, he can get over it, left to himself in his own good time. Lots of people do, and doctors aren't magic, you know.
But I want to help him.
Not everyone can be helped, and that's something you've got to learn. It took me a good time, believe it or not.
He was so unhappy. He got that baby all muddled up with Prue.
Well, it's not surprising, particularly if he was drunk.
I hate Prue. She caused so much trouble and she's still causing it even now she's dead.
You mean you're jealous of her?
Yes, I am. Why should she have everything her own way? Everyone loving her, giving her what she wants, ruining people's lives, making them miserable, and getting away with it. Why shouldn't I hate her?
She's dead and you're alive.
If you're not ill, you really will feel better if you get up. I stayed in bed for days, but it didn't do me any good. I was only hiding. Can I get you anything?
Stay with me.
Peter, I'm worried. My daily says a woman and a young man came to see me that Friday when you took the baby. Was it your wife and Gavin? She said they were asking about a baby. Did you tell them about me? They were looking for the baby at my house. Why did they think she was there? How do they know where I live? What did you say to them?
Don't leave me.
Look, I'm sorry, I can't come here anymore. It's all too much. I can't cope. I don't want to let you down, but it doesn't feel right anymore. We should never have started again. It was all a mistake. I think you feel the same, really, don't you? We're not doing each other any good.
The baby. You promised you and me and the baby.
No, I didn't promise anything, and there isn't a baby. I'm sorry, I couldn't go through with it. I wanted Jeff to come back, but it didn't work.
What have you done to my baby?
It wasn't yours. Oh, I don't know, maybe it was. Anyway, I couldn't have it.
You killed my baby.
Don't say that. I had an abortion. It is all perfectly legal.
How could you?
Oh, for goodness sake, you're as bad as Jeff. I don't want a baby with two fathers. Can't you understand that?
You said you wanted it.
I changed my mind.
There's nothing left now.
Everyone blames me. No one understands. Peter, please, there's no one else I... All right, if that's how you feel. I'm going. Aren't you going to say goodbye to me? Take care of yourself.
I don't think you should put her out there anymore.
She's perfectly all right.
Oh, yeah, like last time.
He won't do it again.
Well, how do you know? That guy's a maniac. He might do anything.
You'll get indigestion if you keep on jumping up and down.
I don't like her being out there.
She's got to have some fresh air.
What exactly did he say to you when you told him we got her back again?
I told you.
Tell me again, exactly.
He said, "You've beaten me."
Is that all?
That's all.
Are you sure?
Gavin, we've been over it 10 times.
He didn't say anything about the house or getting divorced, any of that stuff?
No.
You know, it's very odd.
Not really. He's given up.
He's planning something.
No, he isn't. He sounded very tired and depressed.
I don't trust that guy an inch. There's a car.
Rubbish!
I heard it stop!
It's you.
Don't say you saw me. I think I'd rather go home.
Why? You must have had some reason for coming.
Well, I lost my nerve. Hello. You're a bit more cheerful than the last time I saw you.
You did know where she was.
I tried to make him give her back, but he wouldn't. She's beautiful.
Yeah.
You're lucky.
I said she was all right.
There's someone to see you.
Not Peter.
No, she's scared to come in. Sarah. I think she means well. Do you want to see her?
All right.
It's okay, you can go in.
It's very good of you to see me.
It's quite a surprise.
Yes, I'm sorry. I should have phoned, but I was too scared. When I got here, I wanted to turn round and drive home again, and I got caught.
I didn't know I was so alarming.
It's my guilty conscience.
Why have you come?
I wanted to say I'm sorry. I saw the baby at your husband's flat, but I couldn't make him give her back. I should have rung you then.
We were probably out looking for her at your house.
Yes, but I should have done something. I didn't have the guts.
That's not your only reason for coming, is it?
No, the others are harder to explain.
Would you like some tea?
You don't have to be polite to me. I'm sure you hate me. You must do.
Why should I hate you?
After all I've done.
Do I know all you've done? No. You're right, I did hate you. Last year. But I don't anymore. I think I'm too tired. I remember I stopped hating you when Prue died. I don't know why. I started to feel sorry for you instead. I'm sorry, that's not meant to be insulting.
I always wanted to meet you, but I couldn't think how to manage it.
Well, you've managed it now. What do you want to say to me?
Just sorry, I suppose. I should never have got involved. It was all so much more complicated than I ever realized till it was too late.
Yes.
I'm afraid I've done a lot of harm without meaning to.
Well, so have I. That's how it's done.
I shouldn't have come back this year. That made it worse. But I have been punished, believe me.
Yes, I'm sure you have. You know, we could sit down.
No, thank you. I mustn't stay.
It's all right. You can still run away if you want to. I shan't try to stop you. You're even younger than I imagined.
I feel very old at the moment. It is all over between me and your husband. You must believe that.
Peter and I are separated. He has a right to his own life.
Well, I won't be in it. I've messed that up for good this time. And my marriage. I've made a horrible mess of everything. I don't know what to do.
Can I help?
I don't see why you should.
Isn't that why you came?
I thought I wanted to tell you everything. But I can't. I just want you to forgive me. Can you do that without knowing it all? Can you forgive me no matter what I've done? Nobody else can, and you're the person I feel most guilty about.
Yes, I can forgive you.
And him, can you forgive him?
I think that's between him and me, don't you?
I've just said goodbye to him.
And are you now trying to give him back to me like something you borrowed and don't need any more?
No, I didn't mean it like that.
I'm sorry. I must still be feeling a bit raw. I didn't realize.
I meant, I think he's very lonely. He feels I've let him down. He won't talk and he stays in bed as if he's ill. I'm worried about him, that's all. Would you go and see him? Just to make sure he's all right. I think he needs you.
Okay, Cassandra, see you next weekend.
All right.
Look after her for me, huh?
I won't let her out of my sight, don't worry.
I still think I should have her during the vacation, though.
You won't get much work done.
Hey, you be a good girl, huh? Do you hear? And don't go running off with any strange men.
Mrs. Matson, you've been very kind, but I really must be going.
Glad you came.
Hey, could you drop me off at the station?
I'll take you back to town if you like. Is that all right?
He's a free agent.
Sorry, am I dropping bricks again?
Oh.
What is it?
A mini.
Bit different.
Very special.
But couldn't you let me in? You must have a master key.
Oh, I don't know. It's only for emergency.
This is an emergency. I've rung and rung, but he doesn't answer.
Maybe he's out or away for the weekend.
No, he isn't. I'm sure he isn't.
Well, I don't know. You'll have to take the responsibility.
Yes, yes, yes.
I mean, it's not something I do off my own bat.
Yes, yes, anything. Only please hurry.
See, it's nothing to do with me if tenants decide not to answer their front doors. Look, they pay the bills, not me.
Yes, but I think he's ill. I'm sure he is.
Hey, this ain't anything to do with the police, is it?
No, of course not.
You're not one of them inquiry agents, are you? Because I don't want no trouble.
No, I'm a friend, and I'm very worried. Now, please hurry.
Oh. Well, all right then. But I'm not sure as I'm doing the right thing. I don't want no part of it. It's all you're doing.
Mr. Manson! Mr. Manson!
Oh, my God. I knew it was trouble. He's done himself in.